This is really special because this is something I've been thinking about for years, putting these racks on. Because I'm going to do it blind. Okay, the driver works really nice. You got to worry you don't over torque it. Marauders, welcome back to the channel. In this episode, I'm going to be assembling my Mosko Moto. Years I've been wanting to buy Mosko Moto Backcountry Panniers, and I finally did. I bought a set of 35-liter Panniers that I'm going to at least mount on the 2025 BMW R1300 GS and maybe on other motorcycles to assemble them. In this video, I'm going to be assembling the Mosko Moto Backcountry Panniers, but we have to go down to the Marauder Cave. So we'll go down into my functioning workshop, really more so than my garage and maintaining this house, plus on other activities that I do. So, and I didn't turn on the light in the stairway. Oh.
At the 890, KTM 890 market, they made this more of a touring motorcycle, the Expedition.
Who's this guy? Here's the box. I'm going to get you set up so you can see. I'm going to pull these open. Haven't opened the box. It's been here for a couple weeks. I'm going to open it up and start assembling the pannier, soft-sided pannier. Oh, I think this is a pretty good view for you. This shop is, I give you a panoramic view, except it's kind of a mess behind the camera. It just seems to be a catch-all for everyone's projects in my house. So, but it really is. The power tools I've had in here are some of them are over 35 years old, and they really do support different projects I have in the house, especially the table saw. It's amazing how many times I use that table saw throughout the year. I don't use it monthly, but I do use it throughout the year, and it's very helpful. I haven't opened this box. We'll open it together. You can see how they ship it. The people at Mosko Moto are very friendly. Okay, this is a parts list, warranty, stickers, shipping label, tool, Allen wrench tool, and Torx. Actually, is it a Torx bit? I thought their stuff was Allen wrenches. Actually, it's a torque driver, shape of an L. So we have a tool for assembly. Oh, I ordered, I think these are called rock straps. The 35-liter set, you can either get no auxiliary pocks. So I have two of those, and I went with the black brush guards. I was gonna go with blue to pick up the accent colors on the bike, and I decided not to go with blue because the blue didn't match the BMW exactly. These are the 30, oh my God, they're heavy. Wow, they are heavy. I'm surprised these are heavy. And these are the Pannier, wow, they're big. Wow. I went with the black and gray. Again, they didn't really have a color. Wow, guys, if you look at weight being something that's quality or built very heavy duty, these are heavy. I'm not sure if they're 12 pounds a piece, empty, but they're pretty substantial. Now, the back plate is mounted. You pull this is how you unleash the back plate. Oh. This mount gets mounted on the motorcycle, and it was a very tight. This is going to get mounted on the motorcycle with this side out, and then it snaps in from the top. Very tight fit to get that out initially, I'm sure, once it's on the bike and I'm just pulling up. And you release this pin to get it in and out. I'm gonna take these out of the plastic wrap and then show it to you when I have them out of these bags are identical. There's no left and right. At least that's what I can make out. And this might be obvious to some of you. By the way, they are top of the chart on quality. And I think this is glass nylon, if I wanna use that phrase right. Very strong backing. I have not found the hardware to mount the plates that go on the bike, so I wanted to open them up. Odds are it's inside one of these bags, if not both, so I wanted to open them up. Man, I could do a video just on unlatching this. Here in each bag is the hardware bag to mount one plate. I'll show you how I unlatch this, and I have no idea how to do this. I haven't watched any videos. I thought this would be a snap, but it's just a buckle that goes inside another buckle. very heavy duty metal. And then you have the two captures on either side, pinch clasp. And then here's the other hardware bag. So I have to mount the brush guards on one side, and I have to choose which is going to be the left or the right when I mount the brush guard. This is going to go in the front, obviously, for brush. And then the auxiliary pocket will go on the back. And to mount them, I am going to have to take out the inner lining. So let's show you the inner lining, how I remove it. Velcro at the top. Wow, these, I put this purchase off a long time. So this is out, the inner, and this is a waterproof, welded, heavy duty welded vinyl bag. Use it on its own as a bag and leave the panniers on the bike. I have to get inside the bag to install these blind nuts. So this brush guard and the auxiliary packs get mounted the same way. The brush guard gets held in with 3 bolts, 1, 2, 3, and a Velcro strap, 1, 2, 3, and it's meant to protect the outside front bottom corner of the bag against brush when you're riding a trail. So to mount it, you have to install blind nuts in these locations, and I'll show you the best I can. I'm hoping you'll see this because I'm going to do it blind. I hope you can see this. So you have to undo this Velcro strap, Velcro cover plate for the blind nut. Take the blind nut and insert it behind the Velcro strap where the hole is, and then put the Velcro back. Now I'm hoping I got that on camera. And I hope I got it on camera because I actually installed it in the wrong location. Camera running. I'm going to take it out, put the Velcro back. It actually needs to go in this location, so I'm doing this blind. Opening the Velcro, putting the blind nut in, putting the Velcro back over. Hopefully you got that. So I'm gonna try it. I have to install 2 more, and man, this is stiff. 2 more blind nuts in the bottom, and I'm gonna show you what it looks like. You really need to look when you're installing. So I'm reaching in the bag, feeling for that Velcro, which way it peels up. This is interesting. Okay, I'm peeling up the Velcro if you can see it. And then you need to look at the hole on the outside to put the blind nut in. Let's do one more. It actually goes a lot faster once you realize how the system works. Let's do the bottom one. Camera keeps falling over. You spare no cost here on the Marauder channel. So you're gonna see, what a system. So you see my finger, blind nut, and I'm gonna be looking. Oh wow, this one really goes faster the more you do them, holy cow. And then I put the Velcro back on the back side of it. That's how they go in. So now I have to undo these buckles, which are really heavy metal. I have to undo those buckles and I have to feed them through. Interesting how they get fed in. Through the face of this, and then they come out the back. Mosko Motos is gonna send me a letter. Please don't do how-to videos on our property, on our product, on our products, because you're just plain dead. So this buckles through, if you can see that. And then this one goes through the back side, and it would help if I lengthen these, right? So these are lengthened. I'm gonna feed this one through the back side, and then it will come out the front side. Did I put the blind nut in the wrong spot? So that's done, and now I'm gonna install bolt with a Torx. Looks like a 25 Torx. It definitely has, it's definitely threaded. Wow, it takes a lot of turns to get that in. Oh, you know what? It's spinning on the inside. Okay, so you gotta hold it on the inside and tighten it down. Important tip, people, back up the blind nut, and the blind nut's inside the bag. It has a Velcro strap over the top of it. So apply pressure on that and turn it in and align it. So I'm not gonna show you me doing all of those. Take too long. I'll show you the connection of final Velcro strap, and then when this is done. The 3 bolts are in that are holding it on the face. The final step is there's a Velcro strap that goes behind this bottom strap. That's a fixed strap on the bag. Bada bing. And then she's on. And I have to tighten up the straps. That's how that brush guard looks. And now we'll move to the auxiliary pocket. I'm not going to show you. So this is going to go on the right side of the bike. I'm not going to show you the mounting of the other side. It's the same procedure. I'm also not going to show you the installation of the blind nuts for the auxiliary pack because that's the same procedure. The only thing I might show you is I might get my cordless ratchet to put the screws in with a cordless ratchet, I think that will go much better. And I think this is a 25 Torx. All the blind nuts are installed, and it goes much easier when after you do a couple of them. And also I put a sheet that I have down here, was going to use to cover my motorcycles. I put it inside the bag to push it out a little bit, and that's really helping. I think I'm going to leave it in there so this bag takes a set of being open. I'm going to undo these buckles. They have to come off again. Let's undo the buckles. Once you get it over this little tooth that's on this buckle, once you get it over that, it comes right out. But man, does that tooth, this loop seems a little shorter than the other one. This is tough to get out. Okay, so then the auxiliary pocket, boom, undo the latch on top, and we're going to take the bag out of the pocket. And then we're going to do the same procedure with those screws. Before I do that, you have to feed these buckles through again. So the buckles are through. For this screw, you have to go through. You have to put your tool actually through the outer bag to the inner bag. If you can see that, that one's going to be really tough to line up. So let me do one. I'm going to try to do one so you can see it here. So we'll do the front corner. And now I'm inside the bag with the screw or bolt. And I think it's a 20 Torx. And I'm going to get it lined up over the hole. And you're not, I'm going to tell you, this is fussy work. So I'm pushing on the inside of the bag to push the blind nut up. The blind nut actually came out. No wonder I'm having a hard time. The Velcro came off of the blind nut. Okay, let's try this again. Blind nut's up, Velcro's back on. Okay, so one started. I'm going to leave it loose. So one started. I'm going to show you the hardest one is probably going to be going through the bag. That one's going to be really hard to line up. So let's show you this one. So I got the nut through the bag. I'm looking inside the bag and I'm poking it through. Okay, and it's actually lined up on the hole now. I'm going to get the tool out and I can't really see in the bag. Got it. Wow. Okay, so I'm going to put the rest of these screws on and show you when I'm done. By the way, I did get this. Maybe I'll show you one more using the driver. It's a special day for me today and everyone's calling me, which is nice. Okay, let's try the driver with it. Wow, that looked really nice. Okay, the driver works really nice. You gotta worry you don't over torque it. Driver works really nice. Okay, let me do the rest of these. I'll cut you in a minute. This actually went on very well. If you can see, this is the front of the motorcycle. This is going facing forward on a bike. This will be the right-hand pannier. This is the brush guard mounted on the front. I think it looks very nice. The auxiliary pack is mounted on the back of the bike, and I'll put the actual inner liner bag inside this and snap it in. And it bolted up. Hook these, which are easy to do now. This went on very nicely. So this will go on the rear, this will go on the front, and I'm gonna assemble the other one, and then we'll show you how we put the mounts on. Engineering is excellent on this. It's a little fussy work, but that's fine. It is what it is. Went on really quick. Squirt with this. And you can hear when it's tight enough. So this is on very tight. Putting that sheet, something in there to fill this out, really works out well. And you really have to pull that Velcro that backs up the blind nut. You really have to pull that all the way out, push that in, and then make sure the Velcro's secure. Very well engineered product. Okay, a couple tips I'd recommend on assembling these bags. First of all, put something inside the bag, a sheet, a pillow, something to fill them out and to flatten out the ends of the bag. That makes putting the brush guard and the auxiliary pouch onto the bike. It just helps everything lay flatter. That's number one. Put something inside the bag when you're assembling it. Number two, when you're putting those blind nuts in, pull that Velcro on the inside all the way off, put the blind nut in, and really seat the little prongs that are in the blind nut to keep it from spinning. Really seat those. Then put the Velcro on and really push around the outside of the Velcro to push that blind nut up. Loosen all the straps. Again, if I was to do this again, I'd start opening it up, loosen all the straps up. It just makes that easier, the strapping of it. And that's it. And I still have, I might even pack more towels in here to get them to push out the shape when it's sitting in the garage on the bike. Give you a look. These are the 35-liter Mosko Moto 35-liter Backcountry Pannier bags with one auxiliary pocket that's in the back of the bike. That's how I mounted it. And you can put 3 more on the bike. I could put 1 in the front on each bag and then 1 on the bottom. Okay, I got to put the mounts on the bike and then put these on the bike. And we'll catch you when I'm doing that. Nice here, man. These are heavy. This is exciting. For the mount, there's really 4 components to mounting this on the Pannier rack. There's a mount backing plate that gets captured on the back side of the Pannier bracket. I think they call it a washer that goes in the mount on it. That's number 3. And the fourth is the screws that mount it. So what I'm gonna do is at least start one of these mount bolts on the backing plate. And I did put Loctite on them, medium Loctite. And actually I might start 2. Why not? Why not start 2? I have the 2 brackets on the back, the screw, the washers in the front. So I got 2 of them on started. Bada bing, and they're sliding all over. This is really special because this is something I've been thinking about for years, putting these racks on. That's the general location, and I'll give you an approximate height. Well, I like the height, it's low. So that's the height. I think I'm gonna set it in the lower setting. I think I just answered it. I don't want it up real high. So that's how it should sit, and that's the height I want it at. I'm gonna mount this mount in the lowest possible location. And I think for now, I'm gonna center it on the Pannier rack. I wanna make sure, I don't know what you wanna make sure, but I wanna make sure that this mount, the metal aluminum backer, is centered in the tubular Pannier rack, not like this. So I wanna hold it up and center it, and then I'm gonna tighten it with my wrench. So let's get this in a rougher location. Again, I'm holding it with my right hand. I'm gonna get it approximately centered, and I'm gonna measure this. I'm gonna tighten it up. So that's snug. I'm gonna fuss with it a little more. So again, this portion on the bottom is meant for a tube. Next up from that is for a square mount, and this portion looks for like an oblong Pannier rack. So they have 3 different types of racks covered in this. All right, I'm gonna take some measurements and finish mounting these and then show you what they look like when they're done. So I mounted the plate 2 and 3, I guess this is not at the same angle that the front bracket. I mounted it from the inside 2 3/8 back, which I thought is pretty much center. I used that line. This one's kind of canted at an angle. It's on very sturdy. One thing, once you get it snugged, I did about a 1/4 turn to a 1/3 of a turn just to tighten them up. So Mosko Moto has a sticker on everything. They want you to check all these bolts on the mount. And some are a little loose, not bad. They want you to go around and check all these mounting bolts on the back and just snug them up. And they have a sticker that tells you to do that. So I'm gonna snug these up, and then I'll show you with both mounts on the bike. I'll put the bags on and show you how the bags look on the bike. So that's what, I love the branding, Mosko. I really like that touch on here. So these are all just snugged up and then 1/4 to a 1/3 turn to tighten them up. They're on both sides. I think they look, I'm glad I went with black Pannier racks. No doubt that was the way to go. Give you a look at the bike from this angle with them on it. So if I don't carry these bags around on the bike, it still looks good. This is my first time doing it, so if it's a little jerky, don't blame the manufacturer. Oh my gosh, I love it. I love it. That's as low as they go too. I can't get them any lower. They're up way higher than I thought they were gonna be. Way higher. Let's put on the second one. See if I do a better job with it now that I kind of know what I'm doing. Do I know what I'm doing? I don't know. Grab it by the handle. Very easy. Let's see how it is to take off. Probably a little harder to take off. You can see it. Pull the pin out, lift up. Not bad at all. Wow, much easier once it's mounted. Very happy. Again, this is, the brush guard is on the outside corner when you're going down. a double track, and there's brush to protect it. That's a wear part. I really would like to stuff some more towels in there to get them to, they're already starting to take a better shape than they were. I'm very, very happy with that installation. Very happy with it. Great product. So Marauders, this was a big deal. I have thought for years about getting these bags. It is not an inexpensive proposition. Many people say that soft panniers are safer, especially on the road if you fall, because they give and they're padded as opposed to an aluminum pannier. I'm hoping this is going to be my adventure bike to ride off-road on moderate gravel trails. This is a bike that I've made a commitment to. This was an expensive proposition to get it set up, and I'll get into why I chose this bike in another video. Even though I'm not a product ambassador, I have got myself in shape where I think I'd be a good one for their apparel, but they don't think so. I also think I'm in the age bracket of where their riders are at. Excellent product. It is so heavily built. I truly believe after getting this project and working with it and pushing it and shaping it, getting the screws in, that is made out of some durable material. Excellent, excellent product. I also have a set of locks. I'll show you the cable locks. I bought almost over a year ago, I bought the cable locks for it because I bought the 50-liter duffel, which I have on my other BMW because I'm waiting for the panniers to come in for that bike. Very happy with the product. So far, highly recommended it. I'll keep you up to date as I'm using it. Marauders, please subscribe to the channel. I hope you like the video. Hit the thumbs up, share it with a friend. Thank you for tuning in. Hope to see you on the trail. Thank you and God bless. Great product. It's a special day for me. A couple reasons. Special day for me and life, and special day for my hobby. Woohoo! Nice.